Okay, let's jump into this. You see pictures of the Burj Khalifa, right?
Yeah.
I mean, 828 meters just dominating the skyline.
It's incredible.
It really is. And it feels like more than just a building. It's kind of the symbol of Dubai's whole story, this city of the future.
Yeah, it seems to have sprung up so fast, like out of nowhere.
Exactly. So for this deep dive, we've pulled together, a bunch of information to try and figure out what really made Dubai tick, what drove this transformation, and what keeps it going.
Mm-hmm.
And the goal here is really to give you a clear picture, hit the highlights, the surprising stuff, without getting totally bogged down in, like, endless facts.
And what's truly remarkable, I think, is just the sheer speed and scale of it all. I mean, you find mentions of Dubai way back, 1095 even.
Wow, that far back.
Yeah, but for ages it was, pretty quiet, just a small village, really. Fishing, pearl diving back in the 18th century.
It's hard to picture that now, isn't it, compared to the city today?
Totally different world.
Right. And then the Al Maktoum family, they came into the picture in 1833. Still there today, which is pretty central to the whole narrative.
Absolutely. That lineage is key.
And then 1892, it becomes a British protectorate. That wasn't just like politics, was it? Sounds strategic.
Oh, definitely strategic. It brought stability, which, helped with trade, made things more predictable.
Okay, makes sense.
But the real game changer, the thing everyone points to, is the oil, discovered in 1966.
Ah, the oil. Yeah.
But here's the kicker, and this is crucial. Today, oil is less than 10% of Dubai's economy.
Wait, less than 10%.
Less than 10. That ability to see beyond oil, to diversify so dramatically, that's maybe the biggest part of their success story.
That's genuinely surprising. I think most people still associate it heavily with oil wealth.
Understandable, but yeah, the reality is quite different now.
So if it's not oil, what is driving the engine now? What are the big pillars?
Okay, so think diverse. Tourism is huge, absolutely massive. Millions come every year.
Right. The attractions, the hotels.
Exactly. Then there's real estate, constantly building, pushing boundaries there. Very important sector.
You can't miss that.
And trade. You mentioned the port earlier, Jebel Ali.
Yeah.
It's the world's largest man-made port. That tells you how central trade is. And finance is growing fast, too, becoming a real hub.
So tourism, real estate, trade, finance. Quite a mix.
A very deliberate mix.
And this all happened within the UAE framework, right?
Yeah.
The United Arab Emirates formed in 71, Dubai being one of the 7.
Yes, and that unification provided a really solid foundation, politically, economically.
The stability to grow.
Definitely. But Dubai also forged its own very ambitious path. You look at the Dubai 2040 Urban Master Plan.
Right, I've heard of that.
It's all about becoming a smart city. AI, robotics, green energy, sustainability. It's way beyond just tall buildings now.
So not just biggest, but smartest, greenest. That's the goal.
That seems to be the direction, yes. A sustainable future.
Okay, let's drill down a bit. You mentioned specific hubs, like the Gold Souk. That's more than just a market, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. It's a global player. Has been for a long time.
How so?
Well, it's largely tax-free, which is a huge draw. And the gold itself has a reputation for being, really high purity.
Ah, so trust and good conditions.
Exactly. Built up over decades, people know what they're getting.
In hospitality, you see names like Burj Al Arab, Atlantis the Palm. They're not just hotels.
No, they're destinations.
Yeah.
Icons. They're designed as experiences, really, to pull in that high-end global travel.
Luxury is a magnet.
Precisely. And you see that same ambition in sports. They actively court huge international events.
Like what?
Oh, cricket, Formula One, UFC fights, big horse racing events, even traditional camel racing. They hosted parts of the IPL, too.
Wow, quite the range. It's like a deliberate strategy. The world's events happen here.
Seems like it. And that bold thinking, you see it physically in the infrastructure.
Like the Palm Jumeirah, that man-made island.
Exactly. Or the Dubai frame, the Museum of the Future. These things are designed to make you look twice, to capture the imagination.
In Expo 2020, that site was enormous.
A whole city, basically. These aren't just functional projects. They're statements. They attract attention, investment.
And people, presumably. Talent.
And, crucially, talent.
Yeah.
Yes. Which brings us to the population itself. Over 85% are expats.
85%. That's incredible. Where are they from?
All over. Huge communities from India, Pakistan, the Philippines, lots from Europe, other Arab countries. It's incredibly diverse.
A real melting pot.
Absolutely. And that mix definitely fuels the lifestyle, the culture,
Yeah.
the supercars, designer brands, but also this amazing food scene because everyone brings their own cuisine.
And it's all supported by some pretty advanced tech, right? Like the metro.
Yeah, the driverless Dubai Metro is cutting edge, and they're using AI for things like smart traffic control, trying to make life smoother.
Makes sense with all those people.
And then there's the big one. Economically speaking, no personal income tax.
Ah, yes. That's a massive draw for professionals, entrepreneurs.
Huge incentive. It makes a real difference when people are deciding where to base themselves.
So combine that with opportunities in startups, real estate, finance, tech. You can see the appeal.
Definitely. There's a sense of opportunity.
But that kind of growth, the population number you mentioned, over 3.8 million expected by 2025, that must create challenges too, managing that influx.
That's a really good point. It absolutely presents challenges. Infrastructure strain, social integration, resource management.
How do they cope while still aiming for that high quality of life?
It seems to be through very proactive long-term planning. Because despite the rapid growth, Dubai does consistently rank well on quality of life metrics. Things like healthcare, education, cleanliness, safety.
So they're managing to keep up, mostly.
It appears so, though challenges remain. But looking up, you just see skyscrapers everywhere. Burj Khalifa, Princess Tower.
They love building tall.
They certainly lead the pack in many ways. And the real estate market isn't just about height. It's getting smarter, too. Smart homes, even using blockchain for deals.
Building up and building forward, technologically.
Exactly. And that tech adoption extends to finance, too. The Dubai financial market, the DFM, it's gaining traction. Plus, they're looking seriously at digital assets, blockchain.
Embracing the new financial world.
Positioning themselves for it, yeah. And all this together makes it a tourist magnet. Over 20 million a year.
20 million, that's staggering. What are the big draws?
Well, you've got the classic desert safaris, the sheer scale of the Dubai Mall for shopping, the Miracle Garden is amazing, global village for culture. There's a huge variety.
Something for everyone, it sounds like.
Pretty much designed that way.
And does this all tie into a bigger national plan, like for the UAE as a whole?
Yes, absolutely. It aligns very closely with the UAE Vision 2031. The goal is for the UAE to be a global leader, smartest, greenest, most innovative. Dubai's development is a key part of that.
Makes sense.
And things like the golden visas, those long-term residency permits for talented people, investors, scientists, artists.
Right, attracting specific skills.
Exactly. It's about bringing in the human capital needed to hit those ambitious national goals. Very strategic.
It feels very intentional. Even the world records, tallest building, biggest mall, longest driverless metro, biggest fountain, it's almost like collecting them as part of the brand.
You could definitely see it that way. It symbolizes the ambition, grabs headlines. It contributes to what you might call Dubai's X factor.
X factor.
Yeah, just that ability to dream up these huge, almost unbelievable projects and then actually build them, to execute on that scale.
Turning deserts into dreams, like the saying goes.
Pretty much, yeah, in a very real sense. And a big part of sustaining that seems to be investing in youth and innovation.
How so?
Through things like dedicated tech parks, grants for startups, creating an environment that's open to global ideas, and empowering young Emiratis.
So nurturing the next wave of builders and thinkers.
Precisely.
Yeah.
Because the key thing to remember is Dubai isn't finished. It's still evolving, still planning.
Pollution.
Always. I mean, they've talked about plans for building a city on Mars.
Seriously, a city on Mars.
That's the level of ambition we're talking about. Whether it happens or not, it shows the mindset. Constantly looking forward, pushing boundaries.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
So, wrapping it up, Dubai really stands out, doesn't it?
Mm.
It's like this incredible symbol of ambition, a super diverse place, proof of what maybe vision and determination can achieve.
Yeah, it feels like the future is literally being built there day by day.
It really does.
Which leaves you with a pretty interesting thought, doesn't it? If a city can seriously plan for Mars, what other impossible things might actually be achievable? If you have the vision, the resources, that relentless drive, maybe the limits are further out than we think. Dubai's own journey from that small village